Happy Thursday Night Football, everybody. Welcome to NESN Bets Kickoff. He is former Patriots running back LeGarrette Blount. I am Claudia Bellofatto, and I have to admit, I'm not very excited about this game tonight, LG, but I'm curious to see what you think is gonna happen. You and I talked about this before the show. Will Levis made his debut, got the win last week against the Falcons. Steelers, on the other hand, coming off of a loss. How do you see this one turning out?
I always like a Derrick Henry show. I'm gonna just say that. No matter who he's playing against, I always like watching him play because he has the opportunity and the possible, like the good enough ability to break a game open and rush for 200, and that's always fun to watch. You know, whether whoever it is on the other side of the receiving end of it. So, but for me, I'm going with. I love Derrick Henry. I love the Titans. I like the Will Levis that juiced the guys up. He got D-Hop in his bag a little bit. I like these guys tonight.
The weapons are there for Levis, right? It's just how far down is he going to drop from how good he looked last week? Is he going to throw 4 touchdowns, no interceptions again against this much different pass rush than what he faced against the Falcons? Probably not. So you like Derrick Henry, you like them to lean on the run game. Let's go to the opposite side with the Steelers. Najee Harris has been really tough to bet on because he's real high one week, 100 plus. We know he can put that up, but then the next week he has 2 rushes and he's in the low 20s. We're seeing 15 him put up. The production hasn't really been consistent from him. So I'm curious what you think about him in this spot specifically.
I don't think that their offense is any good. So, they're going to continue to struggle. And the crazy thing is just Najee is a good back and he just doesn't have the opportunity to showcase it behind that offense. So I think they're going to continue to struggle. It is hard to bet on him. I wouldn't go any of the over on any of his props this game.
Yeah, we know the talent is there again, but averaging around 45 rush yards this season, that's not enough for me to go over. Let's go with what's a better bet. Will Levis over 201.5 passing yards or Kenny Pickett over 217.5. And remember, Pickett came out last week on Sunday, I should say, with an injury, but apparently he's good to go. If you had to go over one of these passing yards, would you go Levis or Pickett?
I'm going Will Levis. I think that they trust him. I think that he is one of those guys that's going to throw the ball vertically, and he got the receiver to do it. So I think he's going to be. I think I'm going to go with this over right here. I like him to go for. I know he's not going to throw for 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 400 yards, and all that again. But I like him to go for over 201 yards, so for sure.
Okay, so he won't come crashing down. He'll just come down a little bit. You talked about D-Hop, so let's put him up against George Pickens. What's the better bet? George Pickens or D-Hop over 52.5 receiving yards. Same number set for the both of them.
I like D-Hop over 52.5. Him and Levis have some kind of connection there. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it looks like in the future, but it looked dang good the first time. So I'm gonna ride the wave and go with D-Hop over 52.5.
Hey, we know he can put up 100 plus. We've seen it. We just saw it last week. I actually like Pickens in this spot. Titans allowing the 6th most catches to the wide receiver position. He's averaging around 75. So honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with either. But the question was, what's a better bet? So we're heads up there. The next one, what's a better bet? Titans over 6.5 wins or Steelers over 8.5?
I like Titans over 6.5 wins. I think that they're gonna be able to get it going. Will Levis brings a different kind of juice to the offense, right? He has a little bit of, he's younger. He has a little bit of juice in him. He has all that, hype around him. He gets excited with the guys. He's a risk taker. He's not afraid to stretch the field at all. And that Titans defense, obviously they lost a big time player, but they still have the opportunity to play good defense. They still got a good solid foundation. Obviously, their coach was a really good defensive player, so you're not going to see them get beat too much right there. I like the Titans over 6.5 wins over the Steelers over 8.5.
Let me ask you this. As a former player, Derrick Henry, for example, on this squad, looking at Will Levis saying, This dude's big. He's jacked. He works out. He's in the gym. He looked great in that first week. What is it like from a player's perspective in terms of what to expect from a young quarterback coming into a situation like this, sort of just being thrown into it halfway through the season? What is it like for the guys around him on the squad?
Oh, like I said, it gives that extra juice, that jacked energy. You know what I'm saying? Like it get the guys good and ready to play. You know, him just being one of those energetic quarterbacks. You don't get that in a lot of young guys. You get that in Purdy a little bit, but I mean, this kid has the opportunity to have one of those Purdy-like effects on this team. So, you know, I like him a lot. We'll see where it goes, but obviously he's a young quarterback, and we're not expecting him to go out here and play like Mahomes and Josh Allen and those guys. So, level the expectations, you know, to a standard to where you guys don't be too disappointed when you don't throw for 400 yards again.
I am curious though, how long does it take? How many games does it take? Quarterback is the most important position on the field. So how many games does it take for the guys around him to really trust him? Maybe they trust him a bit after week one, but as a player, how many games for you did it take with somebody new under center?
I mean, you can see some of the reactions. I heard some of the reactions from the sidelines. I heard somebody on the team say, man, that damn Will Levis or something like that. You know, so they obviously have been seeing some flashes in practice. They've been seeing what he can do in training camp and preseason, and they've just been waiting for him to get the opportunity to go present it, and they wanted to know if he was going to be able to do it. And he went out there and he answered the bell. So, like I said, I mean, that brings you a whole new dynamic to your team. You know, when you go out there with an offense that is confident that they can strike a big play at any moment.
Mm-hmm. And they're the underdog tonight, so if they come out and win, then a lot more talks around Will Levis, a lot more respect, I should say. All right, last little game we'll play. Fill in the blank. The Titans will win tonight if.
The Titans will win tonight if they can establish the run game with Derrick Henry. That's how they win this game. They control the clock. They score. They don't have to score 100 touchdowns. You know, they control the clock and be able to just play from in front. That's what they want to do, is play from in front, hit them with, a little bit here and there with a couple play actions with Derrick, with D-Hop in the back end to keep them honest. But you have to get Derrick Henry going in order for these guys to win the game.
And that takes the pressure off of this young QB, right? You always talk about that. It goes hand in hand. You can't just lean on the run game or just on the passing game. That way it can be a leveled offense. So I like that answer. What about the Steelers? The Steelers will win tonight if...
The Steelers will win tonight if they can contain Derrick Henry.
It's all about Henry.
If they can contain Derrick Henry, because for me, I don't see any future games where they get their offense just rolling. They're having a lot of troubles. They can't get their best player the ball in space. They can't get their best player, you know, in the open field and things like that. So, you know, as a professional offense playing against, you know, really, you know, even not the best defenses, if you can't get it going offensively, you just have no chance. And so the only way that they can get a win tonight is if they stop Derrick Henry and somehow get Najee Harris going at a good rate.
You got to. So if you guys can't tell, I think LG likes King Henry tonight if you're looking for a prop to go over on. So I don't know if you're on the same level as me in terms of not being excited for this game, and we're about to wrap up here, but I'm curious if there's one game that really sticks out to you for week 9 that you're looking forward to.
Ooh. I don't have a game. This was literally the game that I was looking forward to.
You are? Okay, so you like this one.
I like this game.
Okay.
I just seen Derrick Henry have 22 carries for 102 yards and a touchdown. And before that, he just had, I think, 12 carries for like 97 yards. Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting for that one Jacksonville Jaguars type game.
Okay, and it could happen tonight. Tonight could be the night.
Right now, I'm loving Derrick Henry over rushing yards, so that's an automatic tonight.
Lock it in, people. You heard it here from LG himself. I'm Claudia Bellofatto for the whole NESN crew. We appreciate you for watching here on NESN Bets Kickoff. Enjoy Thursday Night Football.